Sorry, no welcome. My microphone was off. Hi guys, welcome to the stream. I'm just gonna turn the desktop audio down a little bit because I'm looking at the audio levels here. In fact, I think I'll turn it down more, to be honest. I don't know how much I'm being drowned out there. But yeah, we'll get the stream started, and because nobody's on yet, I'll listen to the playback after we play the game for a wee bit and just make sure it sounds okay. And then hopefully it'll... Oh, wait a second. It is a wee bit loud. Maybe like it a wee bit quieter. Alright, let's just start a new game, get on with it, shall we? Play hard mode. I've never played this game, by the way, so don't judge my gaming skills. 2005. What age was I during that time? I was 8 plus 5. I would have been 13. Unlucky for some. Trace, it's charged and ready. Thanks, Hammond. Starting, it's Richard Hammond he's talking to. Funny if it'd work this time. That's weird. The beamlet. Well, oh, I didn't get to fucking read it. Trace, there's a problem. What's the sound? He doesn't really seem too bothered by that. As the bug collapsed on top of me, I knew it was all over. My life, my goals, all fruitless. But if this was truly the end, if I had simply died instead, well, let's just say that everyone would have been a lot different. He had the same face of I making her my mom. I just remember. Saying not exactly. Trace, wake up, Trace. Why is he in a red shirt now? What happened? Trace, there is gun in next room. You must get it. What's going on here? Who are you? This guy talks like a bloody internet comment, not using proper sentences. Gun in room. Hello? Where am I? Press up to save. Very Metroid like. I wonder where they got that idea. Oh my god. This is like I know people say Metroidvanias, but this definitely fits the name Metroidvania. High-tech weapon. Is this gun that lady mentioned? Well, I thought that was a guy. Never mind. Sorry. I'm very weak. You must go now before he finds you. Before who finds me? I guess she's gone again. Where's the upgrades? Oh, there's notes there. Well, I want to turn. I'm annoyed the way you can't. In most games, you can control the audio in the game, but you can't do that here, so I had to... Or if there is, I don't know how to. Doesn't look to be the option. Well, let's see. No, unfortunately you can't change the game audio, which sucks. Oh. Oh, anyway, that's how you do it. That's how we do it back in Tonka Town. how did he get away with making this? It's like, it's so much like Metroid 2D. Like, I was playing AM2R, like, I remember, I mean, it's fine. It's I know I'm gonna have a good game in my hands, but it's like, Jesus. He's taking inspiration and he's just bloody running away with it. I mean, I already reviewed AM2R on my channel before. I don't know if I would, if I was review this, because it's a very similar game, but I suppose my review style has changed a lot since then, so I don't know. Depends how much time I have. I don't seem to have that much time anymore these days. I just hear somebody in the background there. Is that Warden? Oh, it is. Because I heard a child's laughter, and I knew that Warden could be in the background there. So he's probably just calming his kid down before he comes on. So anyway, can't get past that pink laser, so I guess we'll just go back. Let's see. Oh fuck, I thought the game froze there. But,
What's up?
how's it going, Warden?
Not bad. I had literally just joined. Then my daughter hands me a water cup to get filled. I was like, you couldn't have timed that any fucking. I was like, oh, he's joined the voice chat. Let's just ambush him right here, right now.
Just fuck with him. Yeah.
What's been up? What's been happening?
Not much. I've been working on my, my YouTube channel quite a lot, like just changing the thumbnails and the titles, just to make it more clickable. But aside from that, I haven't been doing too much. What about yourself?
Same here. Just the usual. Finally got round to helping Jill with some new overlays. She wanted an upgrade.
Yeah.
So I got some stuff. I made some stuff for her and I sent it out there. Helping her apply these changes was a different story. Yeah, I don't think I'm ever going to get that time back if I'm honest.
It's like, hey,
I must. Don't mean in a bad way, because at the end of the day she's just not as computer literate as we are.
Yeah.
And it doesn't make her a bad person or none. It's just you just need to be have that extra patience.
Yeah.
That's all.
I know. Well, as long as she's not like demanding that you make her a new overlay.
No. She had said to me about this a while ago, but I've not really been. See, I was going to help her last weekend with my dad, as you know.
Oh yes.
I suffered a heart attack last Saturday, so it was just kind of ate up a lot of my time.
Mm.
But he's alright, he's back in, he's recovering, so
Yeah.
just said to Jill, right, call me when you're ready and we'll get this stuff done. I do think she has like issues with mouse direction. Like, move it to the top right of the window and then she's moving it to the bottom left.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm just going top right. There you go. That's at the top, that's at the right. Put it together, top right, there you go. But I'm just glad I'm not one of these impatient people that would start to lose the rag because she's taking forever to,
Yeah.
Register what you mean.
Yeah. It reminds me of back in the IT days whenever I would say, right, if you direct the mouse to a location and they do the wrong location, then I'd say, okay, can you let go of the mouse? And then the mouse stops moving. Then I try to move the mouse and they're moving the mouse again. And you have to spend like 5 minutes telling them to let go of the mouse. Like, you see your hand, just sort of release the grip and just lift the hand up. And that was literally, I'm not even joking, that's literally one conversation I had to have with somebody in IT. So that's Jill being a probably be like that. She go.
No, we got there, and then the only thing that wouldn't work was, see how on OBS you can hold down your shift key and you can free stretch like your cam framing that rather than it just resizing diagonally. That wouldn't work for some reason, and I was actually trying to make sure she was holding the shift key, because I shared my screen and he showed her how it works. Says this is what I should be doing. See, that's free stretching, and I was just wouldn't do it. And I think she must have felt like I was patronising her. I said, see your shift key, what does it say on the key itself? Is it like a thick arrow, or does it say? She goes, no, it says shift. I was like, well, that's what I was asking, because who knows, you could have been pressing a different key for all I know, yeah.
Yeah, sure, my keyboard doesn't even say shift on it, it just shows an arrow.
Yeah, that's the thing. Mine says shift, right? But when I first said to her, hold down your left shift key, she held down the right shift key. Then she turned on filter keys, because she kept pressing it.
Oh yeah, sticky keys.
I was like, this is where I wish I had a Nerf gun by my side so I could just like injure myself with it. And hopefully injure myself that bad I don't remember any of these last 20 minutes. But luckily it was fine.
Yeah.
It was when I was telling her, she made me laugh the other day, because see, last weekend my youngest had come down with a thing called hand, foot and mouth, right?
Yeah.
Which is actually an illness.
Mm-hmm.
So I said that to Jill, and then she actually said to me, and used the capitals, is she actually sick? And I'm like, yeah, Jinky, I would lie about my daughter being no well, but then it turned out she thought I was being funny by saying she's got something called hand, foot and mouth.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what's that? Hand, foot and mouth? I don't see the comedy behind that.
Yeah.
If I'd have said it'll be either hand, foot and ass, then fair enough, I would have, you know, there'd be a bit of comicalness behind that. But the fact that she asked me if my daughter was actually sick, I was like, obviously.
Yeah.
I wouldn't make that up, you know. She had apart from Monday, she's had the full week off nursery because she's just been so fucking agitated.
Yeah.
But she's doing better now.
Common sense just doesn't apply to Jellybean. It's like, there's always something that I say and it always shocks me whenever she goes, I don't understand what that means.
Nah, common sense does hit Jill just in a way that we don't know common sense.
Yeah.
Our common sense is just like someone that would be on probably the planet Neptune, you know, unbeknownst to us.
Yeah. She's a mystery, anyway.
Oh, you're telling me she's a fucking mystery.
But,
it was nothing worse though when she turned the camera on. Otaku was sitting at the back of it, you could literally see the sole of his feet. I was like, could he like maybe put his feet down so I don't fucking see the soles of the oracles right behind her. But every time I was trying to talk to him, he's like, hey, look at this video. He kept showing her stuff on his phone, and she's just going, and he's just going, oh, it'll take a few minutes. I felt like saying, yeah, if this takes any longer to get this done, then I wish this would take a few fucking minutes, but it's taking longer than that, Otaku. So would you like to maybe just wait until we're done? Then you can show her all the videos you want.
Yeah. I don't know.
I was like, right, Joe, click this here. Oh, that Habby showed me a video. I'm like, oh my god, I'm going to fucking show you the exit door in a minute. So let's get this done.
I know.
But
you think you'd just say them, wouldn't you? Like, just not to disturb.
I know. I was actually going to like literally shout, "Oh, Rickroll! Why don't you fuck off for a minute?"
Yeah. Wow.
Honestly, he's some man. He's obviously not got any concept of those around him.
Yeah. Well, he's married to Jellybean, like, so he would be a bit eccentric. So.
To be fair, I don't think that too much commitment, to be honest.
Yeah.
It was probably whether you like it or not. That was probably what followed. I do. Or the question: do you take Otake to be your lawful wedded husband, whether you like it or not?
Oh, jeez. He's like, well, who else is gonna look after you? I don't know.
We really need to change this up a bit because every time I appear, we always start talking about poor Jill.
I know.
It's what's happening this week, and then it's always about Jill.
I know. That's all right. Well, she loves the attention. She does.
No, I know that. I would make a panel scheme interesting. Like just you've got like Discord all cameras, and then in the middle is just a big picture of her today's subject.
I know. I
Play some
know.
World of Warcraft.
But it always annoys me whenever Mark, whenever Jill's on the stream, and Mark will randomly simp to her, going, "Oh, how was your coffee, Jill? Was it very good? Did you have 2 cups, 3 cups?" Which kind of makes me want to take the mick out of Jill more because of the way Mark acts around her.
So remember that night I was sitting in the pitch black, right, when I was kind of through in the west of Scotland. And remember the questions that he was asking her? You know, if it was if it was time to go through the change, I'm like, Mark, you don't fucking ask questions like that. Like, for God's sake, that's not your fucking business.
Oh no, that was funny.
Because even he was like, I'm just curious. That's what I was thinking. Curiosity killed the cat. You donut.
You shouldn't act. You'd expect Jill to tell him off for that, but she didn't. So, I don't know. I ask what I want.
She just wrote that in the chat.
Yeah.
See, I'm not going to stream open because I'm doing some stuff on Warcraft at the minute.
Yeah.
But Mark, I would like to see how you would do in a quick dating session, like table hopping. That would be every question based on how the person looks. If the woman looks as if she's ready for that time in her life, is that going to be your opening question every single one you speak to? Like, is it just going to be so are you ready for a dry tunnel? I feel like
Oh Jesus.
that would be fucking ultra speed dating if he said it like that.
No. He probably, if he got to know her a bit better, he probably would. But his first line would probably be, "I'll have no sex before marriage." The poor girl would always say, "Excuse me, can we move seats now?" Poor girl. See, Mark, whenever you simp to Jellybean, that makes me want to make fun of Jellybean, just to balance it out. Because
I would just be kind of thinking like, switch seats. We are the only 2 here. The only 2 that's turned up for this. So you're stuck with me in the specialist subject of women's menopause. There's not much we can do about that.
Yeah. Gonna have to look at a walkthrough here because I'm already stuck. Oh.
Was it you're playing again? I seen the image earlier. It's kind of like a
Axiom Verge.
Oh, that's kind of like it's like 2D side scrolling, isn't it?
Yeah, it's essentially like Metroid, like the 2D Metroid games.
Yeah.
They take so much from those games. I'm surprised Nintendo didn't give them a lawsuit.
Just like Genshin Impact took a shitload off of Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, exactly. Although this game's actually good. That's the difference.
Well, I've not played Genshin Impact, so your implication that Genshin Impact sucks, I cannot comment because I played it. I have no intention of playing it either, especially when Tears of the Kingdom comes out. I will still not put myself anywhere near Genshin Impact.
Yeah, Tears of the Kingdom will be a much better game, there's no doubt about it.
Yeah. Looking forward to that coming up.
Yeah, there's another game that copies Breath of the Wild that used to be called God of Monsters, but they have to change the name. I forget what it's called. Ubisoft, I think, made it. If I type in God of Monsters, it'll probably come up. Oh, they changed the name to Immortals Phoenix Rising. That game's,
Yeah, that's the game. Yeah.
yeah, that's a lot like Metroid. Right. Right, let's see. Let's see what this guy does. What? I did that and it didn't work. Ouch. Let's see. Mark says, Sub and AK won't tell me their real names. That's their business, Mark. You'll just have to keep calling AK John in the meantime. Oh, I get it. Alright, helps it.
Good question, Mark. Have you been publicly trying to ask them what their real names are?
He tried to, he asked AK's name on one of his streams.
Precisely. Publicly asking them.
Yeah.
Mark, there's your problem, you numbskull. You don't ask them publicly on their stream.
Yeah, just the comment back, I ask what I want.
It'd have been as well as asking him what his fucking PIN number was while you were at it.
Yeah. What's your address? I know I've said this a few times, but I have to tell because it was a good laugh. My ex made the mistake of telling Mark where her street was, and Mark went to the street and he knocked every single house until he got to her house.
You were telling me that story a while ago.
I know.
That seems like a familiar story.
Yeah, I know. Well, just in
Only
case
only the Marky boy would do that.
Yeah. And then I was expecting the dad to be angry, but the dad was actually very civil towards him, which is really weird. Considering this, the ex just broke up with me at this time, so it was kind of a weird situation.
It'd be funny if Mark just said, "Oh, finally, I've trapped every house in the state trying to find this place."
Yeah. He's like,
If that had been his opening line, I could imagine just how that would have panned out.
now she can be my girlfriend. The neighbors are going, hey, did you see that guy called up this? Who was that? Looking for Karen. Is that Karen's ex? Mark gives me a good laugh, so that's why I like Mark.
Just as long as he wasn't poaching her, like the second, like he's just been sitting there waiting on that queue for the words "it's over" to be officially made public for him to go.
Yeah.
It's time for the Marky boy.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, because Mark's preference of women, they always have to be like 10 or 15 years older than him, so I don't think he was trying to steal her, but who knows?
You know, you would probably just see your ex and Mark's just linking arms and Mark going, think of Warden's Bullseye game. Let's have a look at what you shouldn't have lost.
Yeah.
He's just like linking arms.
I probably would have just dropped contacts. I would have.
Linking with one arm and then just like giving you the middle finger with the free hand.
Yeah, the wee umbrella gift that you like to post.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. He's gone a wee bit quiet now, so he has. Wee Marky boy. But yeah. That's just how it goes. Thinking back, we weren't really compatible, so it was probably for the best. So,
Compatibility does help.
Mm.
If I do say so myself.
Yeah. But I think you have to meet. I think there's too many people that rush into relationships because they don't want to be single, but you're better being single than being with the wrong person.
Truth be told, I rushed into mine. I started going out with my missus before I even met her.
Yeah.
That's how fucking much I rushed into it.
But to be fair, it worked out. You got lucky. It worked out for you.
I did get lucky, despite the fact we did have a split.
But
For 6 weeks.
oh Jesus.
That's been a fucking idiot though.
It's well, I know like relationships do go through tough times.
I know, but soon you've got a pal of hers saying that she's getting her an ultimatum. She's got 2 weeks to separate from me, so she can date a ginger headed scrawny wee fucker in my year at school.
Jesus.
Who then he ended up falling for her pal who gave the ultimatum. So work that one out, because it's beyond fucked up, if I'm honest.
Yeah. Well, you were only kids back then, weren't you? So.
We got back together. We were 15 and 13 when we got together.
Yeah, it's very young.
So it'll be 2.5 years. It'll be 20 years.
I didn't even want a girlfriend until I was 20.
Well, the difference with me is I had no fucking chance in hell of ever getting one. So until 4th year, and I did. And yeah, she is the only one I have had. So.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
Well, that's no strictly true, actually. I ended up dating my best friend in high school, who was female, obviously. Who was nailed in as a side of me that I'm not telling, so to speak. Yeah, I ended up becoming best friends. That girl called Michelle that I was at school with, and then she wanted to try a relationship, and then her best pal at the time started interfering and saying shit about me. Basically got accused of being a stalker.
Oh,
watching outside the window at 10:30 one night, which was the week I was away on holiday.
Yeah, fucking hell.
And she knew I was away on holiday, but she refused to believe. She thought I'd come back just to stalk her for one night. And I was like, yeah, if you think that, then you're fucking deluded.
Yeah. Well, if it hadn't happened, you wouldn't have ended up with Amy in the end. So.
Well, that was when I was in second year. So. Yeah, I guess you've got a point there, but the point I'm making is she should have asked questions before she fucking believes what anybody says, despite the fact that this lassie was her best pal.
Yeah.
So.
Her friend's probably working in sales now, I would say.
Well, she's. I now know that a few years back, I mean, like when we mid-20s kind of time, she was doing modelling when she left school. I know that. I remember seeing a Miss Scotland photo and thinking, wow, I missed out on that. She had the perfect female figure, I'm not joking, and I never knew it existed. I remember seeing it and I was like, wow, I fucking lost that. Imagine if I'd have kept that, I'd have been like, I'd have felt like fucking proper shagger, like, for 100%.
Well, there has to be a personality match as well.
I know. The time was right. I'd have been getting fired into that every single night, and I don't mean to sound rude. I don't mean to sound like bad when I say that.
Women say the same thing, though they don't admit it. Like, women say the same thing about men. So they would. Because my brother's a bodybuilder, and he always had women throw themselves at him. So women can be the same as men, I think. And, Mark sent you a wee message, Warden. I can be your boyfriend, Warden.
One of these days, I'm actually going to fucking leather him, you know that?
Oh, jeez. Mark's fantasy is probably like a threesome of you and Jolene. Mark's. Oh, Jesus. Well, Mark, it's okay to keep it to fantasy, but fantasy and reality are two different things. We'll see what it is. We'll wait on bated breath for his next message. I beg your pardon, Aaron? Marky boy pretends he pretends he doesn't like talking about sex, and then he'll randomly bring up a sexual topic. Like he'll say, "Subby, stop talking about sex," and then he'll say something about, Jill, maybe you should, Taki should go into the bedroom, and he'll just randomly say something like that.
Big part of me that thinks that will never happen. By the way, I don't think they're like the type that do actually regularly get intimate, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Well, you never know. He did say there one time. Otaki said to Jelbean that she says, I'm so hot, and he goes, "If you're feeling hot, we can go into the bedroom right now."
That technique would say the point of no return. It'd be this just in or breaking news.
Yeah.
Or if he just randomly shouts CNN.
Yeah.
It's because he's fucking obsession with the news.
Yeah. What's this? Well, if she would stop posting that stupid "I'm bored" gif every once in a while, I'll stop saying it to her. Well, Mark, you could just do what I do and just ignore it. No, that works. Jelbean likes to repeat a lot of messages for some reason. And then a lot of the ones on the Discord sort of talk to her as if she said that message for the first time.
It's the strange use of capitals that dwells within her that she needs to. It's like an inner demon she needs to get exercised out of her fucking. You know.
I've actually, when I've been changing my YouTube titles, I've been using Jelbean's method of text, where like the main word I put in capitals. So that's the one thing I actually learned from Jelbean with my YouTube titles. Oh, the Nightbot has warned Mark to stop spamming.
The amount of warnings you got in my channel and all for like things I didn't realise were set. Yeah. Like capital letter usage and stuff.
Yeah. It's probably because you used the capital letters, Mark. I can't wait to see Jelbean's reaction when it happens to her. This is the way I talk. You can't just tell me not to do it. We'll see. But I seen that Jelbean. I know you said we didn't want to keep talking about Jelbean, but I seen on your Discord she was taking a leaf out of Mark's book by sort of doing the constant comments to get the level up. Oh, that was interesting. Mark, what do you think about that? Jelbean taking a leaf out of your book?
If she took a leaf at his book, she'd be trolling everybody.
Even other people are calling Mark a troll, like Elfstar. I swear, if he gets voted again to do a trial, I'm going to break the TV. Oh, this is your guy, and I'm a celebrity. Mark Han. Oh, what is it? Mark Hancock, or is it somebody else?
Matt Hancock.
Mark Hancock. You see, I haven't been watching I'm a Celebrity, so.
He's the one who got caught affair when he was in Parliament.
In the lift, yeah.
I was in that kind of like, it wasn't in a lift, it was in a room of some kind. It was actually funny because they did an edit on one of the still game episodes where they're watching the CCTV cameras in the shop, and rather than show the CCTV images, they showed the images of that, and it went so well with the dialogue of the episode. It was funny as fuck.
Was this in an actual still game episode, or did somebody edit this?
It was in a still game episode. It was the episode Scran, which is episode 6 of season 2. It's because they wonder why, like, the building site that they were like serving the food for is like shut down because the food poisoning outbreak. Yeah. And then Victor is watching the camera at the back. He's like, "Away, you dirty, sneaky bastard." And he goes to everybody, come here. And he's like, what have we got here? And he goes, this, Jack, is Wednesday morning at exactly 11:10 a.m. So you see Victor stab the soup. And then the guy that they're rivaling in the snack van, Vince, he appears in the back door and poisons the soup.
Yeah.
But what they actually did was, you first see Matt Hancock walking in the room, or it might be the woman that walks in the room, then you see him enter. At that point, Jack's like, oh, because he does that when Vince walks in the kitchen. He says, he goes, what's that he's doing? Watch this. And then they start getting into it, and Vince is just like, bingo! And Vince is like, dirty lord, the stinking, skanky, slimy, monkey bastard. Yeah, I think he said it, like, I must admit.
So yeah, I finished with Still Game, you know, before, whenever the old episodes, and then they took a break. That's all the Still Game I watched.
For 7 years. When they were away for 7 years.
Yeah.
There was rumours about them all falling out and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just seemingly the one who plays Winston, Paul Riley, he wanted more control over their independent firm, and Ford Kiernan, who plays Jack, said no, and it resulted in a riot. Greg Hempel, who plays Victor, he walked out saying he didn't want a boardroom battle, and I never done it. They never done any TV together. But that never made sense to me though. Was Paul Riley did his own sitcom called Dear Green Place, which is based on a load of park keepers.
Yeah.
And he actually has Ford Kiernan cast in that as the chief park keeper. So if they had fallen out, why would he cast him in his fucking own sitcom?
Yeah.
Unless it was a deal that if he wanted their firm, which was called F&G Productions, to produce the show for the BBC, then he had to be in it. And they maybe came to a compromise. I don't know. I just thought it was a bit kind of strange that if they fell out, you wouldn't cast the one you fell out with in your fucking sitcom.
Yeah, exactly.
But then eventually, Ford Kiernan did a sitcom called Happy Holidays, which he played the part of a caravan park owner, and the one who plays Bobby the barman, he plays a guy called Mike Bryan. He starts off as like an auditor, but then he's got his own caravan park, and they start to kind of rival each other, sort of thing, yeah. Mm-hmm. But that was a show that had Karen Dunbar back in it, who was the female cast member for Chewing the Fat. Yeah. Because seemingly they fell out with her after the 4th season of Chewing the Fat, and she never had any part in Still Game whatsoever.
Yeah.
Well, that's not strictly true. The last live show of Still Game that they did, which I went to at the Hydro, she did actually make an appearance, but she played a Chewing the Fat character, old Betty McCarroll, the horny grandparent, always talking about like her times of sex during the Second World War and that.
Yeah. Is she the girl who Isa in Still Game?
No, that's Jane McCarry that plays her.
Oh, right. I see.
Betty McCarroll was a Chewing the Fat character, not a Still Game character.
Oh, right.
I don't know if you Chewing the Fat was where Still Game actually spun off from, because you had Jack and Victor were actually a Chewing the Fat sketch.
Oh.
And Still Game was a spin-off of that. It just spins off of Chewing the Fat.
So some characters in Still Game were in Chewing the Fat?
Well, as I say, from the Jack and Victor sketches, yeah. But none of the others were. But what they did at the very last live show they were doing, because this was them kind of like signaling the end, they actually did a few Chewing the Fat sketches at the start. And one of them was the terrible actor Ronald Villiers, who like always screws up his fucking lines and that. And he's like, can't he shoot babies?
So he screws up his lines and they don't make him do them again?
That's it's his character.
Oh, his character, alright.
It's the character Ford Kiernan plays. It's just like he just always like screws up his takes.
Yeah.
And it's like he doesn't understand what he's meant to be doing, kind of thing, eh?
Yeah.
And in the end, it's always results in him getting fired for for the production he's in.
Yeah. Well, what's Mark saying? Nora Batty, what a woman she was back in the day. I don't know who that is.
Say that again. So what did he say there?
Nora Batty. Nora Batty.
No, I don't know. Don't know who he's talking about. He's going off subject again by the sounds of it.
Yeah. Well, Mark, we know you have a thing for the women in their 40s. Don't deny it. Late 30s, early 40s, that'll be Mark's target. But,
Oh, don't fall.
oh yes, still game was good crack. Like I remember some of the episodes, like whenever they got money, instead of getting buried, they just took the money for it. They go, what are you gonna spend your money on? Oh, I might buy myself a hooker.
That's the that's the episode called Tapping. That's actually the one before Scran. It's the one with the moneylender.
Yeah.
Because they say the religiously put a wee bit of their pension back. They've got £1,050 in there, but after Victor's devised a funeral plan through the co-op, which the things they don't need, they don't put in. It says it comes to £750, so they've got £300 each to flaunt them whatever they want.
Yeah.
And then that's when everybody thinks that they've actually been dealing with the moneylender.
Mm-hmm.
They're kind of like, right, they need to try and sort. It's like, listen up, everybody. There's a moneylender in town, and Bobby goes, wow, wow, wow. That's a good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's some show. Like one of the best lines I've heard in that show was the episode with Tom's always entering the competitions.
Yeah.
And Winston ends up getting his pension stopped because of excessive claiming when he had injuries. So when he goes to the DSS to try and resolve it, they basically said about him getting the all clear on one of his invalidity claims.
Yeah.
And they're like, and you continued to claim, and they're like, as a result, we've stopped your money until such times as we recoup the overpayments. Mm-hmm. So it's basically he's outside the pub. He counts his changes like 11 pence. Jesus. And then he goes into the bucket, obviously to raid for fucking empty ginger bottles. Because you used to be able to get cash value for glass bottles of Iron Brew and that.
Yeah.
And when they're at Naveed's shop, Naveed was like, Winston was in here earlier. I asked him for tick, and they're like, and he goes, and he received the stock at liner. Please don't ask for tick as a boot in the teeth. So I can't remember the full line. And Jack's like, so you're saying you left here with nothing? He goes, no, I let him have a tin of cat food. And they're like, Winston doesn't have a cat, so they rush to Winston's. He just literally he's put it on a plate. He's away to take a spoonful. The doorbell goes, and it's Jack and Victor. Then he's like, lads, we come at a bad time, have we? No, it was just a way to sit down to some lunch. And Victor goes, and what are you doing after? Going to leap up on the sideboard and lick your butts.
Oh, jeez.
Honestly, one of the best lines ever.
Yeah. There was some good episodes. There's another one whenever the guy who never left his house and then he was addicted to McDonald's.
Sylvester McCoy plays the part of Action Hermit. That's a good episode. As it's called. Good episode.
There was
what was you in this world? What was it? Hamburger at McDonald's. McDonald's? Is that a butcher's? No, it's a fast food shop. They've got about other place now. Well, I could get used to them. You and 30 billion others. Yeah, just for the record, I do know a lot of the still game dialogue.
You've watched it a lot, man.
Yeah. I'm quite well knowledgeable on it, especially when it comes to doing the quizzes.
Yeah. Well, I remember like he was talking to the wee yob, the wee hoodlum, and he went, "Oh, what's that, son? Oh, it's McDonald's." Just like,
It's like, welcome, mate. Actually,
yeah.
we all come together and go to your Big Mac and fries. Enjoy your meal. Aye. The Neds were brilliant. It gives me great pleasure to be here today, no, doesn't it? I have watched Craig Line grow and flood. No, you haven't. When the councillor's gave his speech about the community centre opening and they're heckling at me.
Yeah.
I wish my father could be here to see this. No, you don't.
I know in Ireland we call them smicks. Well, in Belfast they call them smicks anyway.
We've got a few names for them out here. Neds, Chavs,
Oh yeah, we call them
fannies,
chavs as well.
wee bastards, whatever.
The only name we don't use that you have is we don't use Ned. We don't use the word Neds.
That's Ned is actually an acronym. Believe it or not, it's actually it stands for non-educated delinquent.
Yeah.
That's where the term Ned comes from. Welcome, they be Neds. CYT. What does that mean anyway? I don't know. Craig Lang Youth Theatre. That's the one where Clive Russell plays Big Innes. The fucking big massive shite in the toilet.
Oh yeah, is that the guy who drinks something and he goes mad?
I'm a do.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm a do. I've actually been to a lot of the areas that they filmed in Glasgow. I've actually seen the cafe that they used, that they called the Rendezvous Cafe. It's actually, its real name's actually the Robin's Nest. It's in Maryhill Road in Glasgow. I've actually been in it and had something to eat.
Yeah.
It's actually not bad, like.
Is the place where it was filmed, is it better looking than what it looks like on the TV?
Well, it's kind of hard to tell that, but it's because it's pretty much the same. It's just the cafe's name doesn't have. They've obviously put a sign up while they're filming saying Rendezvous Cafe, but it's actually called the Robin's Nest.
Yeah.
The bookies that was used in the older series, that building's pretty much condemned. That's just up the road for the cafe.
Yeah.
And I remember when I was working with my previous company, we were in Maryhill, and me and Adam, the guy I was working with at the time, were walking up this hill, and I'm like, why does this place look familiar to me? And then I saw there was a sign that said Craig Lang, and then I looked ahead and seen a tower block of flats. It was the tower block that they used that Jack and Victor stayed in, that they called Osprey Heights.
Yeah.
It was that tower block. And I remember, I was just like, oh, so we're actually, because you look across the canal, you can see the backdrop that they actually used in the studio, where the flats, the inside, the flat interiors had been constructed. You could see they just basically took a photo and made a backdrop out of it, so that it looked like when you looked at the flat windows, you were looking at the outside. You had one that they used that looked like a daytime shot, and then one that looked like a nighttime shot. But I'm pretty sure the flats were approximately, or the studio was near enough where the Scottish soap River City's studios are. We were actually outside there on night shift. I think it was Wednesday night. We're doing we've actually shut that entire place out, shut their water out. I know that you can't, they're restricting outsiders from going in there, but my dad's been in years ago when he was doing leakage work that I do now. He and the guy he was working with there to get BBC passes, and they were literally on the set of River City looking for leaks.
Yeah.
I was like, that's something fucking weird, isn't it? Just I said to my dad, I hope you went into the tall ship and got a drink. That's the name of the pub in River City. But he said that he looked in, and there's no real. You could see in it, and it's just space. I think the pub itself is it's just another set that's been built. Why is this not responding?
Yeah. Fair enough.
My game's not responding. I hate it when this happens. Try to like complete quest and it's not working. It's just
Oh,
it's like it's not responsive. I'll try it again.
are you playing World of Warcraft?
There we go, done it. What that time?
Okay.
Yes, I am. Yeah, I'm doing a few. I'm doing a few achievement quests just to try and get some of the allied races unlocked. I've got 4 unlocked so far. I'm just doing the Volpera, the wee fox race.
So you're enjoying it then?
I well, my mate kind of got me back on it. Got me back in it after he got my fucking old PC off me.
Yeah. That's good. You're enjoying it anyway. It is.
Just a bit. I feel like I've been doing this quest line for ages, but I'm not completing any of the achievement side.
Yeah.
Unless I've just completely fucking gone completely off track here. Let me just have a look at the Voldan quest line. Aye, so I've done 2 at fucking 7, but I feel like I've been doing the second one for a fucking long time.
Yeah.
Doing my nothing.
You might have missed something.
I'm starting to think that as well. Take this question in case that's part of it. Oh, there you go. I've just fucking completed one on. Just come up there in the achievement progress.
Yeah.
Right, so the next one.
Have you ever played Final Fantasy 15?
Is this the one the Veggie goes on about?
No, that's Final Fantasy 14. It's one of the 4 guys. They're in a car, and they're traveling to the prince's wedding.
Does it sound like Final Fantasy to me?
Well, it is, but they tout it as like the place to. If you've never played Final Fantasy, that's the place to start. And I played it for a few hours, and I was so bored, because a lot of it's just like listening to the boring dialogue. There's not really much to do. Like there's a little. You eventually get to move around a wee bit, but a lot of times it's just sitting there, listening to these boring conversations.
You can just imagine if the 4 guys were Scottish and they're in a car going to the prince's wedding. Yeah. Right, oh board, we're all set going to a prince's wedding.
Oh, that actually
get tunes up, man. Let's get a convertible roof down. Hey, Shagger, give a beer out of that crate at the back here.
That'd actually be entertaining. That'd actually keep me playing it. But no, it's these 4. I think the 3 of them are American, and then one of them's the smart guy. I think is English, and they're like, "So, you're getting married, huh? Are you excited?" And go, "Oh well, not really." And the guy's like, "You should dress appropriately for the occasion." It's really boring dialogue like that, you know.
What one do you want, Craig? I want the chief bridesmaid. Are you getting the bride's mother-in-law? Yeah, dick. You like banging saggy stuff, don't you, big man? That's the dialogue I want to hear.
Yeah. I mean, I do know, like in Final Fantasy 13, they say it gets better after the 50-hour mark or something like that. I don't know if I'm prepared to play 15 for that long until it gets better.
I've only ever really played a spin-off Final Fantasy called Mystic Quest that was on the SNES.
Yeah.
Not the best game, but
it was fine.
That's alright.
Yeah.
It's a bit kind of sissy when the main character's name's Benjamin. You know, you come up with a better name, like, I don't know, like fucking... I don't know. Like how you've got, like Final Fantasy 10, you've got a guy named Tidus, you know?
Yeah.
You've got Final Fantasy 13, you've got Lightning, you've got Snow, right? But on this spin-off, you've got Benjamin, right?
Yeah.
And I was just like, yeah, you did fucking better than that. But like I said, it is not a bad game. Like,
yeah. I remember there's a guy in my class. The teacher called him Benjamin. I went, no, just call me Ben. He wasn't. It's a bit of a posh name, Benjamin. Like it's kind of if you're like a Tory MP, you would call yourself Benjamin, but you would if you're like if you're like a normal person, you'd usually just call yourself Ben.
That's true.
You know. There's Jelbane. Paul, I see you're back to Twitch. Yes, because D Live were very naughty, Paul, so I had to go to Twitch instead. And there's Mark back from the dead. How's it going, Jelbane? He's back from the dead now that Gel's here. It's Gel. It's Paul.
He's only back because he's looked down at his crotch and realised he's like a sundial at men.
What happened with D Live? Well, do you know slots? They were on Twitch. A lot of those guys have moved to D Live because D Live are pretty much welcoming anyone who does slots. So the whole site's kind of become like a gambling site. So I decided just to leave. I just woke up.
Yeah, you were right about the same phrases over and over again, weren't you?
Yeah.
Did I say that out loud?
That's why Mark. That's what Mark loves about Gel, isn't it, Mark? But you were doing, no, well, yeah, but if the slot's taken over, all the videos, all people's streams will get buried under the slots anyway, so...
That's pretty much what it is. You look at featured clips now, on Twitter it's people getting lucky with their money for like one round.
Yeah. Gel, stop typing that. Jill, do you think you and Mark would be compatible? Say if you were single, hypothetically, and Mark and you were in like the same street. Do you think you would get on? Do you think you should be a compatible couple? Or
I think you need to do this in stages. I think you need to make sure she knows what hypothetical means first, and then roll with the punches.
Yeah. Well, I'll see what she says first, and then take it from there. Again. Well, Gel, I'd rather be going out with Edna Sharp. Who the hell's that, Mark? I don't know who these people are who you're mentioning. ENA Sharpleys?
Who's he going on about now?
Is this girl called Anna Sharpless?
So Sharpless, she must be a bit blunt then. Forget it.
Oh, I got the joke.
How you guys doing?
Anyway, Gel, my question, Gel, do you think you and Mark would be? You think you would be?
I mean, maybe if we were like the same age, and then I said I know what hypothetical means.
So you're not fond. You're not too eager on the younger men, Jelvin.
I don't know. It depends, I guess.
Jill, I never thought for 1 minute you didn't know what hypothetical meant.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that though.
Well, you know that Mark likes women that are 10 or 15 years older than him, so it could work.
Yeah.
The old bag from Coronation Street in her 60s, he'd rather be dating her. Jelvin? Oh, Jesus. Is that the girl who used to be married to that guy, Ken? Ken Barlow? I don't know.
I thought you know thinking of Vera Duckworth.
Who?
And,
Oh,
you're talking Coronation Street, you're thinking of Vera Duckworth.
I think I am, yeah.
I'm sure she was married to Ken Barlow.
Yeah.
She's even better with fucking Gary Barlow.
You see,
Ouch.
my only experience of soaps is whenever I walked past the TV screen, whenever my mom was watching them.
I think I'm gonna say the ones you wash yourself with.
Oh yeah, good one. And then I asked Jelbean about soaps, and Jel, you mentioned something that wasn't even a soap. It's like it sounded like a horror show or something.
What are you talking about? There's at least one that was a soap, and then the other one started out as a soap, and then it kind of became like a horror thing. But I only watched that one for like a while because then it got really weird.
Oh yeah, I think there was one that was a soap, wasn't there? What was the name of it? Mark watches it.
Oh God.
Mark, you'll know.
Yeah.
I walk into the room and I hear, "Oh God."
Oh
my
God, him
Does she
again.
really need to make an appearance? It was bad enough yesterday, he kept interrupting when I was trying to help Jill with her things.
I can't remember what the heck that was called.
He wanted to make his brief appearance on the stream. Jill likes the
No,
old
it wasn't
soaps.
Guiding Light. No, it wasn't that one. But we did talk about that one, but that wasn't that.
It wasn't Guiding Light. It was something else.
Yeah, it was about this lady in a creepy. Well, the doll wasn't creepy. That the doll like only came to life when it was around her because she was a witch.
See, that sounds like a horror show rather than a soap.
Yeah.
A soap's like real. It's based on like real life. You know, people sitting at a bar talking rubbish.
Not necessarily.
Well, the ones in our country.
Oh.
Or
Yeah,
the...
if you think that, you can't call them soaps. Sorry.
Are you talking to me or Jelvin?
Considering I said gel,
Oh, I didn't hear that, but
now do you know what it is? My throat's a little on the sore side, so I'm kind of struggling at times to talk properly, which is fucking normal for me, truth be told.
That was the only word I missed. All the rest.
Excuse me.
But,
So that happens when my mum gives me a can of fucking Aldi's own brand Fanta to drink. It's making me burp like something. But the weird thing is, all I can taste every time I do is poppadoms. And I ate poppadoms yesterday.
coming
I'm
back
like, why
up
the hell
again.
can I still fucking taste them? They were in a packet. I never like ordered them for a tandoori or that.
Yeah. Poppadoms are pretty plain. You have to have them with something. You do. Eating them on their own is very depressing. Don't know if they call them poppadoms where you live, Jelbean, or if they're called something else.
Probably something else.
Probably.
Gigantic potato chips.
Probably.
Oh, it was called. What's the name of it? Oh, it's called Passions. That's what it was.
Oh, I was thinking of something else.
Yeah, it was called Passions.
Dallas, that's the one I was thinking of.
Oh, Dallas.
Yeah. That's the one that.
To me, that
Marty
one
Boy-
was more like a Western soap show.
Oh, you see, I never watched it. I just remember Mark talking about
I
it.
like watched like little pieces of it, and to me, that seemed like a Western soap show.
I think Mark watched the whole thing. So it's a soap based on a western.
That's what I feel like it was because it's out in wherever it took place,
Yeah. Well, that does.
and the
sound
guy's
like-
all like ritzy and shit.
What do you mean ritzy?
Like just ritzy. I don't know. Like I said, I didn't watch the whole thing. I only watched like different episodes. I never watched the whole thing because I didn't really like it that much.
Yeah. There wasn't enough cute anime girls in it.
You really have to mention anime.
Alright, well, we're not going to.
Thank you.
Jelbean, what do you think of this
Thank
game
you.
I'm playing?
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
What do you think of the game I'm playing?
Oh, it's different. What are you playing? Oh, it's called Axiom
Axiom
Verge.
Verge. It's like a it's like a 2D game.
Oh.
Going back to still game, there's a character. Do you know the cheapskate character Tom? He looks like an older version of Mark. Because there's like a scene whenever it's the one whenever they hack their electric to get cheaper electric, and there's a bit whenever Victor and the other fella were asking him about it, and he had like these. He slit his eyes. He made his eyes go narrow, and he looked exactly like Mark. That's whenever Mark does that.
Is that the one they're in the cafe?
Yeah.
About to go, what's in the bag, Tom? He's like, the electric fan heater. I've got one of them. They burn a fortune, they things. Do they? And they're just kind of slyly looking, and then he just kind of like casually walks away. Here, they're all at it. They're all stealing like it. That doesn't make it right, but Jack. That's when they go into Winston's and he's got 18 fucking bars of 18 fireplaces in his fucking house.
Yeah.
What's the story? What do you mean? You've got 3 in the bedroom, and 3 in the hall there. 6 in here. That's 12 bars of sweetness all blaring away. What's going on? No. I've got 3 in the kitchen and 3 in the cludgy as well. That's bathroom, by the way, Joe. That's 18 bars in total. Can't tell you, I've sworn. Can't tell Winston. Well, I could tell you, but I'd be incriminating myself by association yourselves. Oh, for God's sake, will you tell me before we pass it? He's fucking rigged his electricity meter and stuck a magnet to it. And so he goes, what sure happens when I do this? And he takes it off, and he's fucking spinning like fuck. Jesus, look at the state of that would cut diamonds up. That's like a sawmill once there could have given off. I'm not terrifying that. And they managed to let that run. I'd be pointless in the gut on my Thursday. However, with this device, gentlemen, I, Winston, am King of Lecky.
I remember at the end of the episode, Victor's shivering, and then they eventually go around and he goes, hook me up. And then your man, the main fella, I forget his name.
When Jack's telling a dream that he had about old Willie that they funded earlier in the episode, and just literally getting to the point that he was in the coffin, the body of this big fucking spark comes from the hole. Winston walks in. That's alright, that happens sometimes. And Victor's like, I just about shot myself there. Jesus, what the hell are you doing? Get a move on, Winston. Just give me a minute. And it's like when they're testing these appliances, the whole fucking community's just blacking out. All the lights are just going out everywhere. I'm going to put the free kettle on, and then just mere fucking lights going off. That's the beauty of it. There's so many people in the scheme that they'll never know who's stealing it.
And then all the lights go off.
I fucking died there. Sorry. Not mean to shout.
I think, Jelbin, if you want to know about British culture, you should watch a few British shows. I know you're watching Doctor Who, so you're learning a wee bit more about English culture. If you want to learn more about Scottish culture, watch Still Game. Is that Mark?
Sorry about that.
You made me blame Mark for that, Jelvin.
What the hell was that?
I'm sorry, it was my phone. It was the wrong number.
Sorry about that, Mark.
How the hell do you know? How do you know it was the wrong number?
Because I looked. It's a wrong number.
Hell, they're calling you, right? You did not answer it and not recognise the person when they probably said, hi, can I speak to Kelly, please? And then you went, not your name, almost said it, Kelly, right? And you went, I'm sorry, you have the wrong number. You never even got to that stage. You just looked at it and went, that's a wrong number.
Because it pops up, and if it's something I don't recognize, then what's the point of answering and saying hello if I don't recognize it?
You could have just had a phone call that said, congratulations, you've just won $1 million.
Because that never happened.
In order to claim, you just need to send us $1,000. You know, one of these fucking scam things. Your fortunes could have changed, but no, you made that wrong assumption of getting a wrong number.
Oh god, the day
Hold on a minute, Rick. Hold on a
$1
minute. If you had called them back and somebody had answered, how could it be a wrong number? It's clearly a right number if it got through to somebody.
Hey, Warden, calm down a bit.
What are you talking about? I'm calm.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna try this again. Hopefully I don't again die.
Mark says he
What are
was
you
calling
playing?
her. So
Yeah, World of Warcraft.
Oh.
so you're saying,
That's not
Jelly
me.
Bean, that Mark called the wrong number? Because Mark's saying he's the one that called you.
Yeah. By the way, my number is 555. Call me.
We've heard that one before.
I know, right?
One thing I actually find that when you do call a wrong number, well, call someone you don't, or you call a different number by mistake than the one that you meant to call. Do you ever find that they're always in? Oh my god, stop doing all this damage to me, you piece of shit. Try again.
555 call you? Why would I call you if you don't answer? Exactly. Mark's got it.
I just saved that in the nick of time before I died of that, of course. Woo, that was a close one. I killed that cat.
God, I can't.
Shut her a banner.
Maybe in a second life, Mark, you and Jill will be together. Who knows? Be together? I'd rather be if somebody's granny. Still probably, I suppose he's probably thinking of writing next.
Besides, talking to each other this way is free. Otherwise, if we did it the other way around, like on a phone, I think it would rack up a pretty good bill. So
Yeah, true.
this way, it's free.
Yeah, that's true. Does Otaku know about any of the guys that flirt with you, Jill?
Probably not.
No?
I remember when we had, I don't know if you guys ever heard of it, but this was like way before obviously I met any of you guys. There was a thing, it was called Ventrilo. Have you ever heard of that?
No.
Okay, so it was kind of like this, and then it was free for I guess a while, and then I can't remember if they either did away with it or they decided to have it so you had to pay for it. One of those two options, because it's been like ages, so I can't remember. But it was fun for a while because you got to like text people like we're talking right now.
Yeah. So it was kind of like Discord?
Yeah, well, not Discord, because at the time there was I don't even think there was Discord yet. I think it was actually before Discord actually.
Yeah, it's just a voice
And it was
chat
just-
on its own.
Yeah, it was just a voice chat thing. Yep.
And a bit like Skype.
Yes. Yeah.
You still get big companies that use Skype, and Skype is rubbish.
Yeah. I have a Skype account. I don't use it unless someone says, "Hey, Skype me and we can video chat." I'm like, okay.
I don't know anybody that says that to me. I only had one interviewer say it to me, and I was about to have an interview, and then he sent me an email saying, "Oh, I can't get Skype working. You'll have to travel down to the interview." And the interview was a bloody hour and a half away because some overpaid consultant couldn't get his Skype working. You know, you wonder how he got into the job. Some people can just sell themselves really well. Like they can be terrible at a job, but they just sell themselves so well. Like, I know people like that. Marky boy, you're gonna have all this to look forward to when you get a job one day. And jobs are a lot harder to get now. Like my mom, when she got her shop job, she had to do like a Zoom interview, and I had to set up all the all the technology for her, and then I wrote out the list of I wrote the answers to the questions, and I would hold them up on a piece of paper. So whenever she was being interviewed, each question, I'd write the answer, hold it up on a piece of paper, and she would read off the piece of paper during the interview, but the interviewer wouldn't see because I had it behind the webcam. So Mark, who's going to help you whenever you have to do an interview like that? Are you going to have Warden on the voice chat? Just telling you the answers to each question?
Do you ever want the next things? Welcome to the next talks today. What? I want to say thank you. You're welcome. You don't even know what I'm saying thank you for yet.
Who's leaking in the voice chat
No.
here? Where is
You
Warden?
can't say you're welcome when you don't know.
The end is the best part.
There's a million reasons in your life you should be thankful. I'm probably responsible for half of them. And you never said
Alright,
you thank
Otaku,
me for
on your
anything,
bike,
but
son.
you're gonna give me this one, I'll take it blind.
I was gonna say thank you for bringing home dinner for me last night.
I did.
What?
Brought your mother home dinner. I ate you some of hers.
Otaku's being his usual self.
Because you said you had an FFA event from 4:30 to 7:30, and you were gonna eat there.
You could have got me something and like left it out for me just in case if I was hungry.
Jill, you can mute your microphone for a few minutes.
Sorry.
Just in case you're hungry. If you're hungry when you get home, nuke something.
What?
Well, do it now.
Microwave it.
Just
Then
mute
you
it
can
now,
be
sure.
thankful you have a microwave. And electricity. And a fucking
I'm
house.
gonna. Is that
Sorry
done?
about that.
In a fucking house!
Well,
It was
in
almost over.
future, if that happens, Jill, just mute the microphone, and then whenever he's finished, unmute it. Like you know how to do
Yeah.
it, don't you?
Yeah, I
On
do.
the software, yeah. It's just kind of makes it a wee bit awkward for the rest of us. That does, because we can't see the video or anything like that. Mark says, "I love Otaku. I want him."
I won.
It'd be interesting to see how that discussion would go between Mark and Otaku. Would Otaku flirt back on there? Probably would.
Or nothing, didn't say bye.
I know. I don't know where Warden went.
Maybe,
He probably got dragged away by his kids or something.
yeah.
You know.
Our cat Cream, like, we love her, obviously, you know, but it's like, when it's raining and stuff, you know, right before it starts downpouring, which it's not, but, you know, we bring her in and whatnot, and then, like,
And then,
the minute it stops raining, she, like, wants out. So she's like, you know, she's our indoor-outdoor cat, so she's in, she's out, she's in, she's out, she's in, she's out. Oh, I just realized I had my volume down. You probably didn't hear anything I just said, did you?
No, I heard it all. So did.
Oh shit. There was the echo. Okay.
Well,
Alright.
oh no, we heard you. Don't worry.
Okay. For a minute there, I thought, oh shit, maybe I had to find out you didn't hear what I just said.
No. Well, if we didn't hear you,
yeah.
Marky Boy would be on the comments going, "Where's Jill?" So
Right.
he's we heard you. Okay. We did.
Alright.
Mark, are you coming on the voice chat, or are you just happy enough to stay in the text chat? And yeah. It There was a guy that wanted me to do like a let's play on the next Sonic game, but number one, I don't have the game, and number two, I don't live next to Mark anymore, so it wouldn't really be the same because I wouldn't have Mark with me. It'd just be me on my own. So
You could do a let's play online though.
I know, but then I'd have to make sure that Mark would be on the text each time.
Yeah.
You know, because the advantage about I suppose the advantage about before was like I would just wait until Mark was around the house, then we'd record about 3 episodes at a time, and then that meant that I could release those videos on a weekly basis, and then by the time Mark came round again, he'd come back just in time. So, but it's a wee bit more awkward because I couldn't rely on, like, Mark might not be available. I don't know, and you know he doesn't like being on the text chat.
Why did you just say text for me, please? Why did you say that? Oh, because he doesn't want to be on the
I
voice chat.
asked him, did he want to go on the voice chat, and he said no.
Yeah.
I mean, it could work. Mark,
Why
so you want to dance? Stop spamming caps. I've got a bot set so like people can't spam things like capital letters.
How come that one section over there looks so glitchy?
I don't know. It's part of the game. It is. It's part of the art design.
It just looks kind of weird.
Yeah. No, it's a weird game, so it is. I think he's stuck inside like a computer or something. I don't really know. I think this game was made by one person. I need to look at the map.
Oh, there you are. Hi. What you doing? Yeah. What you doing? Hmm? Meow? Really? Yeah? What? Yeah? And then what?
When I'm on my postal route, the cats run away from me and the dogs charge at me. Oh. See, has she seen Blink? Have you seen the episode Blink from Doctor Who, Jelby, the one where the statues are chasing after them?
Oh yes, that was like one of the first episodes.
Right, so you have seen that one then?
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite?
I'm like in season 3 right now.
What's your favorite episode?
I don't really have a favorite yet. I mean, I still prefer in season 1 that doctor versus the doctor that's in season 2 and 3 right now.
Well, let's try and simplify this. So what doctor is this again? Is this the 9th Doctor, Mark? So it's season 3 of the 9th Doctor. It's just on. Oh no, I think it's the 10th Doctor actually. See, Mark's the expert. He knows.
I mean, yeah, our guy is okay. I like the guy in the first.
Hold on. Whenever you okay, now you've gotten mixed up because I would have understood if you had said season 1 of the new Doctor.
Okay, see, season 1 of the Doctor Who that I'm watching right now. That's a Doctor I like so far.
Right, so you're on season 1 of the 10th Doctor.
No, I'm on season 3.
Of the 10th Doctor. So the current Doctor. How many seasons of the current Doctor have you watched? Like the
current
last
Doctor.
Yeah.
The one that I'm watching right now is in season. Well, I'm in season 3, but he's bad in season 2 and 3. That's where the current doctor came in was, I think, was the beginning of season 2 or the beginning.
Mark, can you come in and just correct us?
Oh my god.
Well,
I'll just look up his freaking name and then I can tell you, 'cause I don't remember.
I don't think
name.
I don't think you're using the word seasons correctly.
Oh god. All right.
Just say you're on the. We'll just say you're on the 10th Doctor and just.
What is the
Just keep it at
name
that.
of the doctor? Doctor Who season 1.
And then it's just gonna show you the very first Doctor, like in 19.
Oh, flips, yeah.
Season 1 has the 9th Doctor. Season 2 to 4 has the 10th Doctor.
That's not the guy.
So she is on season 3.
Yes, I said I'm on season 3.
Mark, what does offs mean? But how can the 9th Doctor be in season 1 and then it jumps to the 10th Doctor in season 2? I don't understand that. Like, would it not just start at season 1 with the 10th Doctor? Does that not make sense?
What the frick is this? Let's see, we'll go. Where does this go?
Marky boy, I need more context. I don't watch Doctor Who.
Alright, what is this guy's name? Of course they don't mention his name on this.
Well, it's just be the voice actor because Doctor Who doesn't have a name.
Yeah, I know, but I was looking for like.
The voice actor?
Yeah.
The actor. I know the 10th Doctor, it's David Tennant. I don't know who the 9th Doctor's called. Mark knows his name.
Yeah, well, David Tennant is the current one I'm watching in season 3.
Right, so I was in the wrong this time. Interesting.
I'm on season 3, episode 10, I do believe. Yes, season 3, episode 10.
Right.
Which that one's also called Blink. So, but there was one in the beginning of season 1 that had statues that was alive.
There's.
So.
Oh,
Because
that's part 2. Maybe there's 2 parts.
Oh, I see. We were talking about 2 different seasons. So, there was one in season 1 that had statues from the mall that they all came alive, and then the one I'm watching right now is a bunch of angels that so far, as far as I got, was they just kept moving in different areas. So I haven't gotten very far in episode 10 of season 3 yet.
The one with the angels, that's my favorite episode.
Yeah, so I haven't gotten very far on that one yet.
Yeah. Well, it's good. You should definitely watch it.
Yeah. I just sometimes give it a break because sometimes it's nice to give it a bit of a break.
If you want to understand Scottish culture, you should watch Still Game. Which is what?
Is that a movie or a series?
It's a series. It's what Warden and me were talking about.
Oh.
Marky boy, I'm stuck. Tell me where to go. How should I know? Kai says he's so offended because Jill likes Christopher Atkinson over David Tennant. I don't blame him. See, I only seen a little bit of of Christopher Eccleston, so I can't really. Are you talking about their looks, Jelby, or their acting?
Yeah, not so much their looks, just their acting, just because I, or that guy.
Yeah. Well, David Tennant's definitely the more well-known of the two. Yes.
Mhm.
And David Tennant's Scottish as well.
Yeah.
I'd say David Tennant would be my favourite Doctor. Mark's watched all of them, even the black and white ones. I didn't know Kai watched Doctor Who.
I guess he did, yeah.
Kai also watches Sword Art Online, one of the worst animes I've ever watched.
Yeah, my son watched that one.
Have you watched it?
No, he keeps wanting me to watch it, though.
You should watch it.
What one?
Sword Art Online. He keeps telling me to watch it.
Yeah, watch it.
Yeah, see?
You will probably like it because there's like there's like a few love scenes in it, so you'd probably like it. But I absolutely hated it. I thought it was rubbish. Like I expected a video game show to be quality, and it was more like it's more like a love story really than anything. But watch it for yourself. See what you think about it.
Yeah.
Wasn't my type
Maybe
of show.
eventually when it comes down, if I have, like, nothing else better to watch.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Whoopi Goldberg is 67 today.
Good for her.
She still looks pretty good.
She probably has like plastic surgery and such. A lot of those celebrities do. My mom would always say that. She'd go, oh, there's this girl called Peggy who's an actress, and she goes, oh, she's in her 70s and she looks so good. And I said, Mom, guarantee you that photograph is airbrushed and she's had plastic surgery. 6 months later, it came out the photo was airbrushed, and she was in a commercial, and she was airbrushed in the commercial as well. So, there you go. She always goes, she looks absolutely fabulous, Aaron. I actually didn't mind the guy after David Tennant. What was his name, Mark? He was another Scottish guy. I thought he was okay. I liked him as well. While we're on the subject of Doctor Who, Mark, why did you back... Whenever I said to somebody that you didn't like... who's the female Doctor? Matt Smith, yeah. Whenever I said to somebody you didn't like the female Doctor, why did you suddenly backpedal and go, oh, I do like her? Were you afraid that somebody was going to tell you off or something? Like, you don't have to change your opinions drastically just because somebody else disagrees with them. Because I know that you don't like the female Doctor. You've said that to me numerous times. Forgotten her name. I don't hate her, I just hate the episodes. Well, you've definitely told me that she's your least favourite Doctor. I definitely remember that. Unless you've changed your opinion, but I don't know. I mean, the actress makes up. That is true, yes, so she is your least favourite. But you kinda tried to hide that whenever Sub-Eat was on, I think. Even though I was backing you up, but anyway. Because I even said that is it Jodie Whittaker's her name? I even said to Subby that I didn't like her, not the the doctor, not Subby. I didn't like the doctor, because she acted like a kid hyped up on sugar. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh shit.
I saw her in a show before she was in Doctor Who. She was way better in that than Doctor Who. Well, yeah, I'm sure she was. Like, she couldn't have been any worse. Doctor Who, she was awful.
And when I got home, this morning, not to change the subject or anything, but I'm just making conversation.
Oh, 'cause
I
you're
had my
not
toast
taking
and
part. Anyway, go on. Go ahead.
I got home and went to sleep for a little bit, and then my hubby woke up, and then it took me forever to try to go back to sleep again. I was like, I just like laid there, and then like, oh, maybe I'll get up, and then I'm like, no, and I laid there some more, and then I guess at some point I fell asleep. But yeah, it took me forever to go to sleep.
It helps if you feel tired rather than force yourself to go to sleep if you're not tired.
Yeah.
You see,
I'm
Marcus,
just glad.
Marcus a luxury. He never has to wake up for work, so he can go to bed anytime he wants.
Yeah.
Lucky for him.
I was actually dreading going into work Saturday night because they were saying Friday night that was going to be like a 3-truck night, and then they were saying, well, hopefully, they're like, it might be a 2-truck night if like first or second shift does the 3rd truck. So I was like, ugh, it's gonna suck. Then I'd probably definitely be in infants all night long, and then came into work Saturday night. It was only 1 truck, so thankfully I didn't have a lot in infants, and then from infants I was in candy aisle with like 2 other people the rest of the night. Well, there wasn't much there. It was just like one pallet and a top stock cart. And then after that, besides the normal candy aisle, we have to, the last thing, what's ever in the candy aisle, if there's candy that's up front by like the registers, you gotta put that away too. You gotta save that for last. So like me and one other person was over at the registers right before we left, trying to put away the candy up there.
Do you ever sneak any of the candy, Jelvin?
No.
Do you know anybody?
That would be bad. I'd get fired.
Do you think
I'm not always in the candy aisle anyway.
There's probably 1 or 2 that do that. Probably just sneak some candy and nobody's looking.
Yeah, they get fired.
Well, there was your fella in Top Gear. What's his name? May. His last name was May, and he said he used to work in a candy shop, and he would always eat the candy, and he got fired.
Oh God.
But he became like a famous BBC presenter, so it obviously worked out for him. So there you are. Mark, you should be making notes, because maybe one day you'll be working in a store like Gel Beans. You should be getting out the pen and paper and start writing some of this down. Because I don't think you're going to get into IT, buddy. I know your mom was saying that she thought you could get into IT, but I can't get into IT, so I can't see you going into that field. So much for my computer science degree, you know. Unless one of your brothers can get you a job. Well, your brothers are all high flyers, so who knows, maybe that could happen.
Star Trek, probably my favorite Star Trekking?
Star Trekking, probably my favorite Star Trek. I only watched a few episodes of Star Trek, so I can't comment on that. It was alright. I didn't grow up with it, so
I watched a lot. Well, I watched more of the newer Star Trek versus the older ones, but one of the older ones that I liked um, was called Trouble with the Triplets or something, like these little furball, fluffball, whatever the heck the things they were.
see, I can't really comment because I haven't really watched much of Star Trek.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the Next Generation. That was the one that I watched more of. Yeah.
The Next Generation. Yeah. I think that was the one I watched a few episodes of. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure about that.
The Final Frontier. These are the voyagers of the
Space,
Starship
the Final
Enterprise.
Frontier.
To boldly go where no one has gone before.
I haven't actually watched that episode. I've just seen so many shows rip it off that I know the lines without even having to watch it. Or YouTubers quote it. I've seen plenty of YouTubers quote it as well.
Mm.
Alright, I'll be back in a wee minute. Oh well.
Alright.
Smart. Any intimate conversation if Jelbean you can have while I'm away. I'll be back in a wee minute.
Which is better, the original Battlestar Galactica or the newer one? I never watched much of the Battlestar ones at all, old or new. I didn't really care for those ones that much. Are you afraid of getting a job because of stuff? Just curious. And that's what. And is that why? Because you don't want to get a job? It's because of certain things. Buffy or Angel? I like both series. But are you asking about the series, or are you just saying like Buffy or Angel, like the people? Angel got a little weird. I don't mean like the guy Angel, but you know, like the whole series. It got a little weird.
Alright, so
But anyway, are you gonna answer my question?
which is better,
Oh.
the original Battlestar Galactica or the newer one? Buffy or Angel, which do you like better?
I said I liked both, but I didn't know if he was still getting at either just the series or he just means Buffy or the guy Angel. So I didn't know which he was preferring or referring to.
I thought for a minute he was talking about Angel in your chat.
No, he's talking about there's a series besides Buffy. There is a series that's also called Angel. Which Angel's in Buffy.
I have watched neither, because Buffy was always advertised as a girly show, so I never watched it. Well, I could be remembering that wrong. I don't know. But I just remember not watching it. I've seen it advertised. That was it.
There's a series that's called Angel.
Robbie Williams, Angel. I'm loving angels instead.
I haven't heard that song in forever.
God, they play it on the radio all the time when I'm driving to work. It's like, can you not play a Robbie Williams song for once?
I haven't heard it so much on the radios. So. But again, I don't listen to the radio that much anymore anyway.
Well,
there you go.
I have a 45-minute journey to work every day and back again, so I kind of have to put on the radio. Which you like better? I've had to do while we're while I'm waiting for Jelbean to answer Mark's question, I'll just say.
No, I did answer his question.
Alright, you say. What'd you say equally, did you?
I said I like both Buffy or Angel, but I also wasn't sure which direction he was going with it. I didn't know if he meant
the
series of them
to
or
move
just
on,
or the pe or just
to
or
move
just the
on from the
people.
conversation, we'll just say you like them both equally.
Yeah.
But on I saying X-Files or The Lone Gunman, I've never watched those.
X-Files I've watched, Lone Gunman I have not. So
I only
don't
seen
know.
The Simpsons take the mick out of the X-Files in one episode. And that's literally it. But as I was gonna say, they've given me at least an extra mile to walk on my duty, so now it's 14 miles a day I'm walking, which was nice of them. In Jelbean language, that's about 6 hours of walking. A power walking, not slow walking, like walking twice the speed of an average person. So it's quite intense. That is. It's very. I had the same problem as you had, Jelby. Like my hip was a wee bit sore, so it was because I was doing that much walking. And I was thinking, right, I can only do this for a few years before I have to look for a different job, because I can't see myself doing that in my 40s, like, or my 50s, you know. Like I'm struggling in my 30s. Oh, I'm 30. I'm struggling. So we'll see. But yeah. Forgot what else I was gonna talk about. Oh yeah, something about YouTube. What's I say? Oh yeah, I'm thinking about moving. Do you know all the videos I made of clips of Mark singing and just all the live stream clips? I'm thinking of moving them to another YouTube channel. Just because nobody really watches them on the main channel, so I'm thinking about if I move them, they might get more views. Like the video whenever Mark's imitating your voice. Do you know what I mean? And the one whenever Warden's telling his story, if he was in the Harry Potter universe, things like that. Hope I don't have to look up another walk for this. Mark loves hard games, don't you, Mark? Mark would always get annoyed because Mark's motto is whenever he plays a game, he puts it on easy. My motto is to always put it on the hardest difficulty. So our preferences didn't really align very well. But what I failed to realize was whenever I put it on hard mode, Mark's in my team, so Mark has to be playing at the same ability that I'm playing as, and often he wouldn't. So we kind of had to compromise. We kind of had to play on normal difficulty just to compromise, which Mark was okay playing on. I don't know why he always puts it on easy mode, because he's capable of playing on normal. But Mark, if you'd like to answer that question, why do you always, whenever you play games, why do you always put them on easy, even though you can play them on normal with no issues?
Either go with normal or easy. I would never do it on hard mode.
Yeah. Well, some games are actually meant to be played on hard mode, like Halo. The Halo series is meant to be played on hard mode. Like, the developers actually said that. It's the best way. It's intended to be played that way. Because I'm sick and tired of dying over and over. Well, that's life, Mark. If something's too easy, it's not worth doing. Look at me playing this game and I have no idea where to go. No, something's too easy, it's not worth doing. I think it's the problem with society, everything's getting too easy now, like TikTok. People don't want to sit through like a 5-minute video anymore on YouTube, so they're going to TikTok to get their 10-second fix. I hate TikTok in the day. I don't see the appeal of it. Like if I was a kid I'd like it, but as an adult I don't see the appeal of an adult being on TikTok. If you two being on TikTok,
I don't go on TikTok. I mean,
yeah.
I watch whenever there's like clips that's on like Facebook or something, then I'll watch it, but I don't actually go to the actual site.
I think Mark's been on TikTok a few times, but I don't think he's not. I don't think he's an active viewer. I think he's just kind of popped on now and again. What game is this Metroid ripoff of attacking purple Fruit Loops? Yeah, it is a Metroid ripoff, but it's a good Metroid ripoff. Sometimes a ripoff's still a good game. Like it's a good game, but it is a Metroid ripoff. I'm not gonna argue with you on that.
But Metroid was with a robot person, and your person isn't a robot, though.
I know, but the gameplay's the same. The 2D
Yeah.
Metroid games. It's incredibly similar. Yeah. Well, Metroid was actually, the main character was called Samus, and she is a woman dressed up in a very attractive woman dressed up in a suit of armor.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
I was actually thinking if I have a daughter, I was thinking of calling her Sam, and then so it'd sound like a normal name, but whenever she's in the house, I go, Samus, do your homework. My name's not Samus, Dad.
Hey, I'll be right back, alright?
Yeah, no problem. Mark, if you had a kid, what you you'd probably call your kid Mario if he was a guy, and if he was a girl, if she was a girl, I don't know what you'd call her. Kelly. Or oh, for God's sake, I died again. God damn it. You call her something like, you probably call her Marilyn after Marilyn Monroe or something like that. Or Ali after Ali Larder. No one knew. My boy. My boy. These peaceful times, but all true heroes strive for. You coming on the voice chat, Mark, now that it's just the two of us? Jelbean's away. The man of mystery. Mark, you'd definitely like if you made YouTube videos and you'd be good at, you know, like the big long suspense. Whenever somebody asks you a question and it just does a close up of your face and there's like 10 or 20 seconds of silence before you answer. You'd be good at you know, the creating the suspense. The suspense master. Oh, I forgot I had the electric ability now. Forgot about that. Oh.
I just back.
Right. Well, Marky Boy hasn't really. He hasn't said anything since you left, so.
Oh.
Yeah, I figured out what to do finally. See, Mark, that's why you play hard games, because whenever you eventually figure out what to do, it feels good that you, rather than it being easy and just flying through it.
I like me when I'm at work. It always feels good when I've accomplished getting out of one area to move on to like a next area.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I feel bad because of like depending on how much, if there's a lot, I try to get as much as I can, but sometimes I'm in that area like all night long because there's like so much.
Yeah.
Sometimes like I can get done, but I can get done like before a meal break, or sometimes I can get done like after a meal break and before last break. So either way, sometimes, but it makes me feel good that I can get done when I don't have a whole lot.
Yeah. Well, when it comes to work, I think when it comes to going to work, I want the job to be as easy as possible. But whenever I'm home, when I'm playing a game or I challenge myself in another way, like making a video or like, I don't know, drawing something or writing something, I like to challenge myself. But I don't like going to work and some asshole giving me like loads and loads of work today. I don't like that. I like challenging myself, not being challenged by others. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And Mark's like, nah, just make it all easy. Couldn't be bothered with this shit. Acting like a jaded worker who's been in the workforce for 40 years. He goes, I've been doing this for too long. I need to retire. How do I get this switch? That is the question. Maybe I should save the game before I die again. But I do miss, whenever I started YouTube with Mark, I do miss doing the videos with Mark, but he just completely lost interest. I suppose that's another reason why I wouldn't really want to do a Let's Play anymore, because Mark would just be, if Mark did it, he would do it reluctantly and he would just be really bored, and you just hear it in his voice. So. You'd have to be passionate. You'd have to be in the video passionately. Also, remember your promise, Mark. When I reached 100 subscribers, you'd be in a video. which I haven't forgotten about that.
100 subscribers in Twitch.
No, YouTube. I've got like 100.
YouTube?
I've got 118 subscribers.
Oh wow, cool.
Yeah. So yeah. I don't know how many of them are dead subscribers, because you have some active subscribers, but then you have people who have subscribed since years ago and you haven't heard anything from them. So you don't even know if they watch the videos. But there's some active ones anyway. But yeah. Maybe one day. It has to be something Mark's passionate about, because if Mark's not passionate about it, it won't be a good video. He has to be passionate. Like the stuff that I picked, the videos I picked of Mark, I made sure that they were stuff you'd be able to talk about, like Mario Kart, which we played quite a bit, and other games like that.
I think it'd be cool if, even though your guys' distance is a little bit ways, be like went over to your house and then you guys did like a video.
Yeah.
There at your house. It'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. I don't even know Mark hasn't even told me his address yet. So he knows where I live though, but he doesn't drive, so.
You know how to drive, Mark?
Oh, he knows how to
Can't
drive,
remember.
but he doesn't have a car. He's just you see, he doesn't have the need to drive at the moment, so
Yeah.
that's why he doesn't have a car. But hopefully that'll change one day.
Do you have a driver's license, Mark?
I used to drive. I don't even know if he's still here. He probably is. He's probably still lurking, but he hasn't written a message in like 15 minutes or so.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be getting notifications of when people are streaming on my phone, but I haven't been getting them. Like the ones on Twitch don't even work. I think I got one of you, Jelbeam, but it was whenever I woke up. I woke up and I seen the notification. I go, well, that stream's over. And it's the same case of Warden. I got one from Warden, but again, that was whenever I woke up and his stream was over.
Yeah.
Finally a save state.
Well, for me, like, you're streaming on Twitch, and then the recommended channel people who have like so many like K people followers, they're all streaming.
Yeah.
Bunch of names I can't even freaking pronounce.
Yeah. This main character I'm controlling kind of looks a bit like Mark, I think. He looks like a cartoon version of Mark. Like that. Whenever you see a close up of his face. Another demon. Mark, what do you think about somebody putting you in a video game? He's even saying stuff like, Mark, look, I mean no harm. Please, can we just talk it out?
Did you read what he just said in your chat?
Gel is mine and Orange online bestie. So you're not just saying that Gel's your online bestie, but you're forcing Gel to be my online bestie as well. And I have you all the same rank. I have you, Mark, and Warden all in the same. As my online besties all in the one bracket. Like I don't have yous ranked individually or anything like that.
Yeah.
So my name is Mark, and I have no idea how I got here, but yeah, have it your way. It's funny because my manager's called Mark, and he is the polar opposite of Mark, the Mark that we know. It's like he's Mark from a parallel universe. Like they're completely different. I guess it's me when I had long hair. He does look a bit like you, doesn't he, Mark? I don't think Gel's ever seen you with long hair. Have you, Gel?
No.
He had the Moses look going, and he had the beard as well.
Well, he looks good with short hair.
Mark loves his compliments. Where's my D-Life bestie at? I thought Jelbeam was your D-Life bestie.
I was gonna say, who else is that besides me?
Yeah, Warden to be your Twitch bestie. Who else is there? No, I'm getting confused. Jill, okay, so Jill's your online bestie. I take it you're talking about Warden being your D Life bestie. AK be your Twitch bestie. And I'm your real life bestie. Because we've met, even though we haven't met physically for a few years. My mom was saying, Aaron, you should send Mark a wee Christmas card. And I was like, I don't even know where he lives.
I was like, I was kind of thinking about that.
Yeah. It's like, Mark, if you want a Christmas card, you can drop me your address and I'll send you a wee Christmas card. It's up to you.
As you know, you guys are like good friends and all. Why not send each other a Christmas card?
Well, it's up to Mark, so it is.
Yeah.
The man of mystery. It's up to the man of mystery to decide the fate of the Christmas card. Jesus, getting challenging now. Mark, you love this type of challenge. You would jumping over these red dots.
Mark, when you were gone earlier, that is if you were actually gone, I don't know. I was asking, do you have a driver's license?
He does have a driver's license because he's
he
driven.
does?
He does.
Okay.
Fuck, I thought you could duck, you can't. I'm gonna die. Oh no, I didn't. I won. Huh. Cool. What's Christmas? Yeah, so there's your answer. He doesn't want to give me his address, so. The race car just drives past your house.
I know, right?
Good
Our speed
time.
limit on our road is freaking 40, but yeah, we have like motorcycles that go by, and I think that they're, you know.
Hey, you're gonna go by?
Yeah, he heard it go by.
What the heck?
Yeah, well, it's loud enough, but they think they can own the road and go as fast as they please.
Oh, you get that.
Cars are like that too. Some cars are like that too. They think that they can go as fast as they want.
Yeah, the town I work in, the cars are definitely like that. They try to run me over sometimes whenever I'm posting the mail. So,
Yeah.
like the traffic light goes red and they still drive on, even when they see me trying to cross the road. So.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It's, though
You guys don't have like a crosswalk light or anything?
we do. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh.
The light goes red and they still try and run me over. So that's my job. If I told you my address, then she must tell us her address. But Mark, the difference is, I have no creepy intentions with your address. Like, what would you do if Jelbean's address? Like, would you travel across the sea and find her? Like, the difference is that, like, there's no physical. There's no physical attraction between the two of us, Mark, but there's a physical attraction that you have of Jelbean. So there's the difference. It's closer as well.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's closer. For me, it would take like maybe 2, depending on when you send it. Maybe like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I don't know. I know on Europe it takes a good few weeks before it gets to the state.
So Mark
Then
says
you have to pay for like the stamp and everything.
Mark says he would go over to your country, knock on the door, say hello, and then walk off. Come on, Mark, are you gonna come in for some tea? No, I just wanted to say hello.
Mark, don't go.
He probably...
Wait, stop.
Some people
Don't
probably
go.
think he's joking, but I could actually see him doing that. Just traveling all across to America.
But the question is, would you actually be able to knock on my door? That's the question. Because your favorite line is, I'm too shy.
Well, he did it
So,
with my
yeah.
ex-girlfriend.
Ah.
He
Did
knocked
he
on
knock
every...
and walk away?
He knocked on... No, he knocked on every door until... in the street until he got to my ex-girlfriend's, and then he actually went in and had he had tea with the dad, which was really weird.
I'm eating for dinner soon. I'm getting hungry.
How long has the stream been going on? 2 hours. Damn, this is friggin' hard. It'd be good to see Mark struggle in a game. And then go, it's too hard. Like it. Something's happening anyway. There he is. The otaku man.
He was outside.
The otaku man.
I'm gonna turn on the light.
Hello, otaku. I am Mark.
I'm taking my sweatshirt off.
Oh, I think I know what to do.
Just hung it up. In case they need updates.
That's my future husband, says Mark. Well, you need somebody to take care of you, Mark.
I shall be back, you guys.
Yeah, no problem.
Alright.
Okay. Right. Might finish off at the get one more checkpoint and then finish the game because I'm feeling quite tired. She's off to make love with him. Who's Mark's future husband? Otaku. Otaku is the future husband, Subby. How's it going? Should be him and me. That's life. Can't always get what we want, can we? Anyway, how's the forum, Subby? How's it going? Tell me about it. Sub and AK won't tell me their names. Oh, you won't tell me your address, Mark? Even though we've been friends for like 15 years. So, don't be a hypocrite. It's going pretty well. I got done playing Smith Riders. Never heard of that game. It's a dancing game, Mark Gripes. Alright, okay. Is that the one where you choose the songs? Yeah, it is. Alright, okay. See, I thought that was a different. I thought it had a different name for some reason. That's why it threw me off. There's like a sort of glitching graphic there. For some reason my character stands up whenever I try to crouch. Don't know what that's all about. You'll be okay without knowing our real names, Mark. Yeah, sometimes the...
Guys is back.
Just saying to Mark, sometimes the mystery's better than the real thing. Because your imagination can run wild. Mark, what could there... What mysterious names could these people have? Names that...
Oh, Subby's on. Hi, Subby.
names that aren't typically well known about. These mystery names that that need to be discovered. Mark. Although Mark's the type of guy that goes, I don't want to wait, I don't want to figure it out, I want it now. How was the room time, Jill? Says Mark.
I don't know what he means.
You're gonna have to elaborate, Marky boy.
I was just trying to see if Hubby needed help with dinner, and he's like, no. So like, okay.
And then when I said she could do it for me, she walked away. Yep.
It's my loving wife.
Yep.
How are you, Subby? Oh, excuse me.
I would have walked away too. I don't know if... Do you think Subby and Otaku would have been compatible if they were both single, Jelving?
No. Sorry, but no.
What, they ask if you know how to cook?
No.
You don't need to
But
tell
no. Aw.
Otaku says, I'm taking off my shirt, and 1 second later she says, I'll be right back, so you know. I don't think so either. Fair enough.
You know how to cook? Sorry, no.
That wasn't the question.
Always the
Well, oh. They're just talking about compatibility, basically.
No, we're very compatible.
That's what they were talking.
I know how to do everything you don't. So, you know, it works out.
So Taku does all the work. That's what he said.
Not true.
What?
I mean, I can't do a lot of stuff that you can do.
Oh. What do you know how to do? That I usually do. You know how to change oil in a car?
No. You showed me a couple times. Doesn't mean I remember, but
You can watch a YouTube video on how to do that.
You know how to cook?
yeah.
Oh,
I just.
here, come here. I'll let you take over.
Why? Why do you?
Why do I pick on you? You don't. That's why right there. That side. It's all the payment I need.
Made me look bad.
I'm not making you look bad. You don't need my help.
This is a supportive husband. Jeez, now you're choking.
Oh.
Oh Jesus. Subby's not too happy with him.
It is what it is.
Yep. It is what it is. Hear that, Kel?
Oh, look at the back of my head hurt.
Well, they're married, Subby, so Jelby must like his sense of humor.
Kel, try to find a woman that laughs at your jokes, that it doesn't cause her physical pain when she smiles.
She doesn't deny it. She thinks he's a bitch too. And Mark's like, you think so, so? Well, they must be doing something right, Subby, if they've been together for so long.
Yeah.
You know?
He's just better at coming up with stuff, and I can't because I suck.
That's why I want them to do his live streams.
Have you figured out what we're having for dinner yet?
I don't know. Well, they're not taco shells, but they're they're the other shells.
They
so-
are taco shells,
Oh. And not tacos though.
but not tacos. What do I make with corn tortillas?
The other thing.
Oh, okay.
I forget what it's called.
You mean the
Mince.
enchiladas?
Oh, is that what you're making?
No.
Oh.
You check answer.
I don't remember the other thing.
Try
Um,
mince.
They're called nachos.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're doing
I'm
nachos?
making homemade nachos.
Oh, okay.
'Cause I'm
What
tired
is-
of paying $5 for a bag of busted chips.
Yeah.
So I'll make homemade nachos.
Yeah.
That's kind of like me with sandwiches. Sandwiches are in the stores aren't very lazily made, so I just make my own sandwiches.
Yeah, that's true.
My sandwiches are always better than the ones in the store, because the ones in the store, it looks like a friggin' child made them.
Yeah, because
I'll
even
just-
like when they add the cheese kind of has a. It's like it's not real cheese. I don't know.
Well, the ones I'm talking about, Jill, is you have the two slices of bread, you put
No,
some
I
ham
know,
in
but
it.
we're talking about like sandwiches and stuff.
Like in
Yeah,
Tesco,
sandwiches are always good when you make them yourself, of course.
with the sandwiches in Tesco, which is our Walmart.
No, you just put everything
One of the
like
sandwiches
in a lump
is-
in the middle of the bread.
Well, if Taki doesn't keep talking over me there,
You gotta put
I'll forget it.
everything so it covers the entire piece of bread.
Where's AK?
You just go whoop.
Mm.
You ever see your mom make a peanut butter sandwich? Yeah. Scoop right in the middle of the bread.
He's on a
You
roll today.
don't want. No wonder why she never eats a crust. There's never any anything anywhere near the edges of the bread.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, right in the
Typical
middle.
day at the Jelly household.
I'm getting picked on here.
It's Sunday, it's his football night.
Yeah, it's true.
American football.
Yeah. Oh, which Reminds me, I saw on Facebook one of one of our
Mom, you saw?
one of our
There was an L in that word, honey.
one of our football teams. They're going. They're in Europe somewhere, and they're gonna play against some team.
American football or football?
I don't know. I was wondering about that myself because I was like,
Football is soccer.
I know. So I was like, okay, so if our American team is going out to Europe and playing
Well,
football,
if it's our women's team, they'll lose.
which one are they gonna do? Are they gonna do our football or the soccer football? Because
Sure, the men's American football team's rubbish as well. The soccer team.
American football is play with your hands.
That's Mark saying, am I ever going to have my musketeers in the same school?
Oh my god.
I take it something funny must have happened over there that we can't see, because I kind of
It was what he said. It was funny.
Because I know he can't hear me speak, so he can only hear you talking.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it was just like a couple days ago I saw our American football was heading out to Europe, which they were already there, and they were going to be playing football, but I didn't know which one that they were going to do. It either football or soccer football. It didn't specify.
Still better. Football is play with your feet.
I can confirm the
American football or
veggies like otaku's backup.
Yeah.
His little protege.
American football or football. Football. Football.
only Americans would play football with their hands.
Oh, that's true.
But you said you were almost done. I am. I've been working on it for 12 hours today, but I'm still almost done. Quiet, boy.
Yeah. What's it like working with Otaku Gel being in Walmart?
Well, see, he's on like the mod team, so I'm not necessarily like right next to him working with him. I mean, occasionally toward the end, like if I get done early and everything, I'll go over and help him out for like a little bit because they always need.
Depending on what we're doing.
Yeah, it depends on what they're doing. I'll go over and help them out. I mean, if it's a nod. If it's a non-mod thing, they're just stocking. I can help them with that. But if it's a mod thing, I can't help them because it's a mod. I don't know how to do that.
Mark says they make love in the store.
Right.
I don't think that's gonna happen, Mark.
Nope.
It's not like the American movies where when they're alone they both sort of go into the broom cupboard and and just get it on. I don't think that happens, Mark.
Oh, so I think, let's see.
Cameras doesn't stop porn stars. That's one way of putting it. Mark, I thought you didn't watch porn. I seriously doubt that Jill's a porn star? Well, I don't think that's what he was implying, Subby. I hope she's not.
I think they went out to Germany, I think. That's where they went to go play.
Oh, the Americans.
Yeah.
The Americans. Right. It's funny how Otaku's like, he seems to be like a very patriotic American, but he calls himself Otaku. It's a bit of a... It's a bit weird because he doesn't really strike me as the type of guy that's obsessed with Japanese culture. Yet he's called Otaku.
He likes some of the stuff that has to do with Japan.
But he seems to be more of like an American.
Yeah, you.
I'm more of a weeb than you are. Just tell him I am more of a weeb, W-E-E-B.
Yeah.
than you are.
Aaron, we got the girls with us today. Well, they're married, Mark, so
I'd love to go to
wouldn't get
Japan
too
and live
excited.
there for about 3 or 4 years.
I don't know if I lived over there for that long.
Exactly.
If Mark was on the voice chat, he would go, "Girls, we have the girls with us." 'Cause every time he would say "girls," he always puts on like the gentle voice.
Okay, so I found it. So the Tampa Bay out here in Florida says after a long flight, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have touched.
That's American football.
Yes, I know. I'm just reading what I'm saying.
I'm just saying it's not football, it's American football.
Anyways, after a long flight, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have touched down in Munich, in Germany. There, and are getting ready for the first NFL game ever to be played in Germany during the regular season. So yeah, that's cool.
Well, if they're playing American football, they'll have the advantage, won't they? Because Subby bites her tongue. But if the Americans are always going to have the advantage playing American football because it's their sport.
Yeah.
Like most countries don't really. American football, I don't think is big outside of America. I think it's big in like Brazil and stuff, but I don't think it's really big in Europe. Could be wrong on that, but I don't think so. I've only heard of like, you know, people in North America and South America playing American football. That hasn't really taken off anywhere else. I like playing, it's fine. You'll like this game, Subby, then? Because this game's quite difficult.
Thank you. Thank you. Excuse me.
That sounds like the sneeze of Pikachu would make.
Thank you.
Why? I just do. Okay. Oh yeah, the, what do you call it? The BDSM, is it? Subby? The next, oh, let's see. Let's see.
Just doing this. With the basket part.
Jump. Why is it not working? do. This game. I'm actually going to be able to get past this part. You chose to be my friend, Mark. God's sake, did I make my way all the way up here and I can't even do anything?
That was like an instant oof.
Yeah, like this. It's not strong.
Okay, well,
Yeah, right. That's good.
looks like I'm gonna have to find another way to go. That sucks. Mark says, weird girl. God's sake, I really need help.
Yeah, that's when somebody said he chose to be my friend. That's why Mark said weird girl.
Anything that you fry, good.
Gonna take a gamble here.
I heard that like frying stuff in lard is really bad for you.
That's like the food pyramid that says that you should eat more vegetables and grains. It's actually
Too risky.
See, eat less red meat, fat,
Oh,
animal fat,
Yeah.
and animal meat is better for you. It's carbohydrates.
oh, Utaku's giving us a little lecture about carbohydrates now.
Yeah, they're making dinner and Rick is showing him how to make nachos.
That's what you do. I have to get up for work, guys, so I'm gonna have to end the stream here. So,
Alright.
but thanks for coming on, everybody. Next stream will be on
No
Friday.
problem.
375.
You have a good day at work tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll try. Mark sent me a bunch of messages. What's he sent here?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Nora Body. For some reason, I don't see the attraction in her, Mark, but or I don't see the attraction in Etna Sharples as well, but we all have our sexual preferences, I suppose. Anyway, thanks for coming on, guys, and I'll see you later. Bye.
Alright. Have a good night.
Baking
Bye.
something and you're not sure the
Good luck
temperature.
making nachos. Bye.
350 is
Alright. Thanks. I think I cut Jill off there a wee bit, but it's more time for Otaku, I suppose. Anyway, where's the outro? There we are.
I gotta call the plant and warn them!
You too, Subby. See you later.
The fingers you have used to dial are too fat. To obtain a special dialing wand, please mash the keypad with your palm